Once I saw somebody describe Griselda like this. They said, West Side Gun has the best catalog of the main three. Conway the Machine is the best storyteller of the main three. And then Benny the Butcher has the best flow lyricism of the three. And I feel like that's so incentivized with the last three albums each of these guys have dropped. We had West Side Gun with Hitler Wears Hermes Aid last September, or it felt like he very much focused on having this massive, epic coke rap album with tons of features and tons of shit, ending the massive series of albums he has, solidifying him to have one of my favorite catalogs of all of Griselda. Then, just 2 weeks ago, we got Come With the Machines, God Don't Make Mistakes, where I felt like he fully brought his most solid project yet, really delivering amazing lyricism, amazing constructive flows, and the storytelling on some of these tracks was amazing. It was so well done, it was so powerful, and I really loved the album overall. So I went into Tana Talk 3 or Tana Talk 4 hoping to hear what I love from Benny the Butcher, which is just great flows over slow beats. It is what he does so well, and it's the reason why I would call him my favorite of the three. I don't think anyone, part of the reason he's my favorite of the three is he owns my two favorite albums under Griselda, which would be Tana Talk 3 and Burden of Proof. Those two albums to me are unbeatable. Main Drum McNichols by Bully James is very close, but those two top ones are just so good. And ever since I heard Burden of Proof, I love this man. I love everything he does as a craft. And Tana Talk 4 is exactly what I need from him, because I really liked a lot of his 2021 shit. I really liked Pyrex Picasso. That was a shockingly very good 6-track EP. Trust the Sopranos was alright to me, but the 83 Miami version was much better to me, which is not even on streaming anymore, but it was good when it was out. And Plugs I Met Too was a great one. It's definitely one of my favorite Benny projects at this point. So now he's come back. He's come back with the sequel to Tana Talk 3, the fourth installment in the Tana Talk series. Keep in mind, I've not heard Tana Talk 1 and 2. I feel like I should, but they're not on streaming, and I've never gotten around to it. But I was very excited for this project, on top of the fact that it had a very solid single in front of it, which is the opening track, and we'll get to that one soon. But yeah, I was excited for this album. I was excited to see the lyricism. I was excited to see where Benny the Butcher would round his career around. I was very excited to hear what was going to happen. It's also kind of cool because the Griselda members have all dropped some of their biggest projects. Like, I call Side B of Hitler Wears Hermes one of the biggest West Side Gun projects ever. Then God Don't Make Mistakes has been in the works for Conway for 2 years now. And then Tana Talk 4 is the fourth installment of Tana Talk series after Benny the Butcher's had a massive 2 past years. So yeah, I was very excited to see how this album would turn out. First we got Johnny P's Caddy, which I already reacted to, so you guys probably already know kind of how I feel on this track, featuring J. Cole. But this got to be my favorite expression of lyricism and flow in 2021 so far, or 2022 so far. Benny the Butcher kills it. He is on his shit here. He is hungry. He is ready to go. But fucking J. Cole, this man is just, he murders it. It's like my favorite guest verse of the year so far. It is so good. There's so many great lines, but the line where he says, if Jesus gave me a feature, I'm probably going to hell, is one of my favorite lines in 2021 or 2022. Keep on to 2022 so far. It's a fantastic track, and it's a great way to start the album off, and it was a great single too. Definitely one of my favorite albums or favorite songs of the year so far. I'm really fucking up my speech today. I'm sorry. Back Two Times is a really good track too. It's definitely one of my highlights here. I never have heard Stove God prior to this, but I really like him. He has a very unique voice. He's a very unique flow, and I really fuck with what he was doing on this track here. Really good beat as well. I really do think Stove God kills this, so I'll definitely be checking him out after this. Great track, great way to follow Johnny P's Caddy here. Super Plug is a really good track too. Another highlight for me. I love how cold this beat is. It feels very ominous and very surrounding cold, and I like that. I like the kind of building the environment of what the world that these guys grew up in. I like it. I think it's a very very good track to me as well. Benny, pretty much I'll add this as the beginning. Benny has the most amazing, has phenomenal lyricism, flow, and energy on every single track. It never fails on this album. Weekends in Perry is a very nice track to me as well. I really like, I was very cool to me because I heard the beat and I was instantly like, that's The Alchemist. Like, I knew it from the way the sample was mixed. I was like, that's him. And it's probably because there's a track, I'm forgetting what it's called. On Bo Jackson, there was a track that very much sounded like this. But Boldy James comes back in on this track. I love Boldy James. If you guys don't know that, I've been reviewing him for... Actually, I've actually been listening to Boldy James a little longer than I've been listening to Benny the Butcher. But I love Boldy James. I think he's a great Detroit rapper. And it's a really nice track overall. Boldy has a really solid verse. He very much flows very nicely. He really knows what he's doing on this verse. And like I said, Alchemist kills it. Benny kills it. It's a great track overall. It's probably the nicest track, like softest track, and I like it. 10 More Commandments is really amazing. I actually really fucking like this song. I like it because I love callbacks to the 90s of hip hop. That is just cool to me, you know. I love him calling back to 10 Crack Commandments. That's a great song. It's probably one of my favorite Biggie songs. I don't know if it's like top 10 Biggie, but it is a fucking great song. It's very creative, very, very good track, very great flow. And it's really cool seeing Benny kind of, you know, hit a little reference to it. It's also cool seeing Diddy on this track. Seeing Diddy kind of feature on this track, you know, give a little monologue throughout it and give some ad-libs. Obviously, Diddy's not really a great artist. That's how I've always felt on Diddy. He's never been an amazing, you know, like lyricist, rapper, but he's a very good businessman. And I kind of credit him because the motherfucker did, you know, he gave us Biggie. Like, he's part of the reason Biggie's around. Love the track, though. I love 10 More Commandments, and it was kind of it was a creative track to me. Tyson vs. Ali it's a very cool track to me. I don't know if this is intentional, but the title, do y'all think Tyson vs. Ali is a reference to the fact that this is Benny and Conway? Because both of these guys are my two favorite members of Griselda, and they are just... like, they're very neck to neck to me. At some points, Conway's been my favorite. At some points, Benny's been my favorite. They've been always kind of neck to neck for me. And it's kind of cool seeing this unfold as these two seem like they're kind of competing to see who's the better member. And I like it. I don't know if that's why it's called Tyson vs. Ali, because I guess the point of that title is two boxers that nobody could agree on who's better. So I don't know. But also on top of that, like, West Side Gun is considered as good as the three. And I would say he's also pretty neck to neck with these two. So I don't know. But I really fucking love this track. Both of them kill it. Unsurprisingly, it's a great track. Uncle Ben is a pretty good track to me. 38 Special, I do like. I've never loved him, but I do like him as an artist. He's pretty creative to me. I really like the way these two bounce back off of one another. They kind of flow back within each other. They jump back between each other. It's a very creative track in that sense. I like it quite a lot. Thowy's Revenge is actually one of my favorite tracks here. For the beat and the flow. It has a very cool kind of triumphant trumpet beats. I really love that sample. I think it's a really good sample. But Benny just knows how to flow on that. He just bounces on it. He just, like, it's just smooth. He just slides on it. And it's so nice to me. Nothing ever beats an artist just sliding on a beat. And Benny perfectly does on the track. It might be my favorite flow on the whole album. It's definitely a top 3 track for me. I really fucking love this track. Billy Joel is another great track. I don't have a ton to say about it, but I do like the flow. I do like the style. I think it's a nice track. Guerrero is a great track. This one features a West Side Gun, which some people have pointed out that it's a little disappointing that we don't get another West Side Gun, Conway, Benny track here. But I kind of get why we don't, because, you know, we just had John Woofleck back like 2 weeks ago from West Side Gun. So I would assume that's why it's not here. But at least they're both on it. And obviously, West Side Gun is amazing on this track. Him and Benny, they all kill it. Or both, I said all. Both of them kill it. The beat is interesting to me. It's one of those beats where there's a sound happening in the back that's annoying. Not because of anything that they did wrong. It's just because it sounds like it's in real life. It sounds like there's like a smoke detector on the beat. So I'm listening to this song, and I keep thinking, is my fucking, like, smoke detector come off? And I turn the song off, and I hear nothing, and I'm like, oh, shit, and I turn it back on, and then it keeps going. There's a lot of other tracks that's, like, there's another track that has a door opening. I remember this. I think it's Brainless by Eminem. It has a door opening sound. And I was listening to the song once, and that door opening sound went on, and I, like, jolted my head at the door, and I was like, oh, shit, it's in the song. I fucking hate when that happens in a song. It's actually nothing against the artist. It's just how the sound is too realistic for me. Then we have Bust a Bricknick. Another really smooth track, another really great track. Great hungry flow. I love it. Mr. Chow Hall is actually a very nice outro to the album because it's very slow. It's very, ominous. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of building. And I really like it. I really like it as kind of a darker notes to end the album off on. It's a high note for me. It's one of my favorite tracks over here, and I really love it. Overall, though, there's nothing to be surprised about with Tana Talk 4. It's as good as you think it would be. The flows, the lyricism, the production are all just very on point here. Benny is just very much in his element on this project, and that's what I like about it so much. This album is not as production focused as I feel like his past couple projects to me, and I actually liked that more because I feel like Benny gets to shine as like a lyricist and as a cold rapper this time. Features are great. Everything about this album is just very solid to me. I don't like it more than 3, but I don't know if 3 is ever going to be being as, I think, the best Griselda project of all time. But it's definitely in a top 10, my top 10 favorite Griselda albums. I will also say, though, between this and God Don't Make Mistakes, I'm slightly taking God Don't Make Mistakes because I feel like that album, I don't know, for me, I think it just jolted how much I like Conway the Machine. I didn't listen to this project and love Benny the Butcher all that much more because it's exactly what I hoped he would do. Both are very neck to neck to me. This now makes my top 3 albums of the year being Don FM Weekend, which still very few albums have come close to Don FM for me. Then it's God Don't Make Mistakes and Tana Talk 4. So very close for me. Both will probably be my honorable mentions this year. Obviously, you're not going to be surprised if I'm feeling like an A- here. Pretty strong A- here. It's a really solid album. It's probably my 3rd favorite Benny project. After Tana Talk 3 and Burden of Proof, I'd call this my 3rd favorite. Great album. Really solid shit. Benny the Butcher, unsurprisingly, kills it again. What do you guys think on this project? Let me know in the comment section below. I got 2 more things coming. I'm gonna do a double review next. I'm going on a trip this next week, so I probably won't be reviewing anything. There wasn't really anything I wanted to review. If there is a single, I'll just like react to in a hotel room or some shit. I don't know. But if there is some shit to react to, I will. But going into this next week, there's not really a ton. There's a new Charlie XCX album, and I've never really listened to her. I've heard she's great. I've just never gotten into her, so I'll probably listen to that afterwards, give a review maybe later in like a double review or something. I do have a double review for Ghetto Gods and what's the other one? Ghetto Gods and Lil Durk's 7220. So yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out. We're probably not going to get Griselda for a minute, which is a little sad, but hey, I got 2 of their best albums back to back, so pretty happy about that. See you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.